Yo Mama here. This is the second video in our free video series. In this video, I am going to make the case for pleasure, which is the core perspective of the School of Womanly Arts and the backbone of Virtual Pleasure Bootcamp. So let me ask you, do statistics freak you out? I hope so. They freak me out. Buckle up. Did you know that right now we live in a world where women are not making it to the top of any profession anywhere in the world? There are 190 heads of state, and only 9 of those are women. At the corporate level, 85% of board seats are held by men. So you may be thinking, okay, well, where do women dominate? Let me tell you, women dominate in the field of cleanup and caretaker jobs. 96% of all secretaries in the world are women, 94% of child care workers, 91% of nurses, 90% of maids. We have a global emergency, sisters. It is time to wake up. And let's just talk about our health for the moment. I got some stats on that that'll rock your world. You know, 1 in 4 women are going to experience depression in their lives, and only 1 in 5 of them will seek treatment. Twice as many women suffer from depression as men. And this is regardless of race, regardless of background, and regardless of income. 1 in 10 adolescent girls are going to cut themselves. 10 million women have eating disorders. 1 in 8 women will have breast cancer. Breast cancer is 100 times less common in men. And heart disease? Heart disease is the #1 killer of women in America. Every 34 seconds, one of our sisters dies of heart disease. And in fact, our entire economy is built on separating a woman from her radiance. Plastic surgery, the beauty industry, the diet industry, drugs for depression, their whole industries created out of a woman's lack of the vital nutritional ingredient of pleasure and nitric oxide. Isn't it enough already? I want to welcome you. I want to insist that you join me in the pleasure revolution, sisters. This is a wake-up call that we've all been waiting for. Playing small is just no longer acceptable. Compromising is no longer an option. It is an affront to our radiance. Dimming our light is not just destructive, it is an attack on our future and the future of our sons and our daughters. It is time for women to step up, step out, cut loose, and stand loud and proud in sisterhood, in the beauty that has always lived inside us. Consider this video stop #1 on the Underground Railroad to your passion. It is my mission to cut women loose from whatever is keeping them small and insist that they live their dreams right here, right now. If you want your destiny changed, keep watching this video. I am Regina Thomashower, aka Mama Gina, leader of the Pleasure Revolution. I am the founder of the School of Womanly Arts in New York City. I am the author of 3 best-selling books and your basic badass. In this video, I'm going to reveal to you the secret ingredient, the missing elixir, the vital nutrient that's missing from most women's diet, that is the antidote to the haunting veil of depression, doubt, and disapproval that most women experience. In this video, I am going to give you the keys to happiness, passion, and connecting to your missing vital life force. If you have an area of your life that is just not working, which floods you with despair or doubt or disapproval, I'm going to introduce you to some concepts, tools, and a technology that will begin to change your chemistry and immediately give you the results you've been longing for. So whether you have a huge sea change you want to make with your life, or you just have 1 or 2 areas that need a little tweaking, I got you covered. Right now, I'm going to introduce you to the case for pleasure, which is something that we do an in-depth tour of in Virtual Pleasure Bootcamp. I need to give you a bit of background to understand the root of the problem that most women face and the immediate results that are produced as a result of my 25 years of research. I'm going to give you the science behind my research and give you some simple arts and tools to use so that you can experience the consequences of adding this missing portion of your education as a woman. I need you to get this information now. We have a world to awaken, sisters. It is my mission in my lifetime to turn women on to their life force and fan the flames of their desires. A woman is too valuable to waste on despair, doubt, and disapproval. It's my conviction that women are the greatest untapped natural resource on this planet. And the time for woman is now. I have a dream of a world of women standing in their power, standing in their beauty, standing in sisterhood, standing in the deepest expression of themselves. The world is desperate for evolution, and the voice of woman unleashed is required for the world to evolve. Whether you're a mom who's wrung out and wants to get her game back, or you're single and you want to rock the world of dating, or a woman with a huge dream to unleash, or all three, or you want to connect to your power source, your confidence, and your passion, this video will show you the missing piece in the education of a woman, that until she understands this and begins to practice the womanly arts, she can never unhook herself from inadequacy and step into the deepest sense of her own power. I am an inspirer. An awakener. It's my gift. It's my calling. I have inspired thousands and thousands of women to find their voice, find their passion, recreate their relationship lives, get the men they want, the careers they want, and the lives they've been longing for. Now, before we go on, let's deal with all the objections that I hear from every woman I've ever worked with. I'm too old to date, I'm too fat to love myself, I'm not pretty enough, I have no idea what I want, I don't have enough time. Look, when I started the School of Womanly Arts, I was an exhausted working mama trying to find my way with a newborn and wondering how I could live my dreams and take good care of my baby at the same time. Having a baby made me feel so grateful to all my ancestresses, the women that made me possible. And it instilled in me a deep sense of responsibility to the girls of today and the women of tomorrow. And I wanted to do my part to make sure the world could handle who and what a woman is, because I knew that until women stepped into their power, the world was never going to change. And our guys wouldn't have the chance to live into their potential as men. And I saw this movie, which changed everything for me. It was called Dangerous Beauty. And I listened to these immortal words.
First secret of all great courtesans. You must know pleasure to give pleasure.
And I realized that it's absolutely true. Women have no idea about what pleasures them, and yet we're asked to provide pleasure for our families, our husbands, our bosses, and our friends. I mean, think about it. Did your mama ever pull you on her knee and say, "Baby, darling, you are so privileged to be a woman, and the best thing you can do is learn what it is that pleasures you, what it is that lights you up and ignites you"? We must pay exquisite attention to learn what you want and what you long for. Probably not, right? Your mama would have if only she knew. But her mama never taught her, nor did her mama's mama. Why? Because they didn't know themselves. Pleasure is the new cutting edge. It's the frontier. I want to welcome you to the pleasure revolution. It's your birthright. Why? Because whenever we have a pleasurable experience, there's a huge internal physical consequence. Pleasure improves blood flow by the creation of nitric oxide, which turns on the production of neurotransmitters, including beta-endorphin, which dulls pain and creates euphoria, allowing you to deal more effectively with stress. Prolactin is another neurotransmitter that nitric oxide releases, which is the hormone of bonding. Can you see how powerful that is? When women do not create pleasure, their body makes stress hormones that restrict blood flow, and the nitric oxide levels plummet. The consequence? depression, irritation, sadness, loneliness, anger. And this is when women medicate. We reach for antidepressants or caffeine or alcohol or junk food. And additionally, there are serious health risks, including many chronic degenerative diseases such as diabetes, cancer, heart disease, eating disorders, and arthritis. I hope you're seeing that pleasure is the secret elixir, the source, the vital nutrient that's missing from most women's diet. Women are asked to raise kids, work full-time, manage a household, whatever. But no one teaches her how to continually replenish her well, and that so many drink from. And there's no water for herself and others if her well is dry. Pleasure is an important nutrient. It's as important as vitamin D or leafy green vegetables or fruits or protein. And why is pleasure the magic missing trace element? Because function follows form. And that gorgeous, radiant, incandescent form called woman is designed with 8,000 nerve endings dedicated to pleasure. That means if 8,000 of our thoughts every day are not about our pleasure, 8,000 of our decisions, 8,000 of our dreams, 8,000 of our desires, then we're not living the design of what it means to be a woman. We are the creatrixes of life. We are programmed for pleasure. We are programmed for the creation of life. The power of a woman is phenomenal. You know how powerful you are and how much influence you have. If you wake up cranky, you can torch a small village. And if you wake up thrilled and delighted and in love with yourself, you elevate everyone in your pathway. It is fantastic to have that much power at your fingertips. It is a great privilege. And a great responsibility. Women have not been conscious of the opportunity and the fun that exists just by virtue of being born a woman. It's an idea whose time has come. Self-acceptance is not enough. Self-celebration is the new minimum daily requirement to live an impassioned, empowered, extraordinary life. It is so easy to live a miserable life. Do nothing and you will live a miserable life. It takes a great skill to live a pleasured life. You have to be disciplined. Pleasure is not for sissies. You have to have courage. You have to have lots of guts and insist on your pleasure. And most people are not encouraged to be the source of their own fulfillment and their own joy. They're encouraged to be victimized by a culture or circumstances or being a woman or upbringing. And pleasure forces us to take responsibility to get what we really want. And that's why it's called the Pleasure Revolution. So I'm going to give you some pleasure homework. Ready? I want you to do one tiny little crazy pleasurable thing for yourself today. Take a 1-minute dance break. Buy a flower or throw some rose petals on your desk at work. Write a big love note on your bathroom mirror so when you come home later you're going to get to see a love note to you. And then tomorrow, I want you to do at least one of those things for another woman. Got it? And please, report back by posting here what you discover. I want to know, did you feel the chemical change in your body? Could you feel the flood of nitric oxide? Did you get a little tiny swing in your step? A sense of hope? A sense of promise? That's how we start a revolution, a pleasure revolution. In my next video, I'm going to give you an even deeper look at what's possible. I'm going to take you on a tour of the womanly arts. You won't want to miss my taking you deep inside one of the womanly arts and giving you a cell-changing homework at the end of that video. I cannot wait to take you deeper inside the womanly arts in my third video. And if you want to just enroll in boot camp now, click the link below or call the Palace and talk to one of my enrollers. If you'd like to share this video with a woman you love, I would love that. And I look forward to reading your posts below on how your homework went.